Good morning, it's Saturday and it's another occasional vlog. Although I kind of feel like I've left the name occasional vlog off the last four of them. Yeah. Should we give this one a try? Still mad at Fentimans. Evidently Asda are too, because they've started stocking Fever Tree. I think I've had this one before actually. We'll give it a whirl and see how we get on with it. Anyway, yes, what's to do? We weren't going to vlog this weekend because we were just going to not vlog this weekend, but then I thought I quite enjoyed just chatting to a camera last weekend. So that's a crack on. Anyway, what's been going on? Starting with the fridge actually. A while we have actually been planning now to replace that fridge for a year. In a couple of the vlogs, we even went looking at new fridges, and the reason was, if I show you, anything that was put there or there froze. So I went online and tried to find out why, and people were like, well, if you turn the number up, it'll not cool the fridge down as much. Turns out our fridge doesn't work like that. In our fridge, if you turn the number up, it cools more. So I did, but I didn't realise that it cooled more, and all of a sudden everything was freezing. We had frozen grapes, peas, we had frozen drinks, and I thought, at this point I'd completely forgotten about turning the fridge up, and I thought, we're just going to have to cut our losses and buy a new fridge. I thought, before I do that though, I'll double check everything. And I went online. I actually found the number of the fridge. If you ever need the number of your fridge, apparently it's on the door on the inside. Sorry, on the side wall on the inside. Certainly isn't a Philips one. Anyway, I went and got the number, the model number, went on the internet, found the manual, because I haven't been able to find it in the house for years. Turns out with our fridge, you don't turn the number up, you turn the number down. I've turned the number down, it's been fine since. So, touch wood, we don't need to buy a new fridge now, which will save us a bit, in the short term at the very least. That's good. What else is happening? Few Amazon Prime Day purchases turned up. Nothing super interesting. I bought a new iPad, which was a bit of an extravagant purchase, but I did buy the cheapest iPad I could that was on sale. And I bought it because in 2019, when we were flying to Florida, we got to maybe Myrtle Beach. We could see Myrtle Beach out the window. My iPad went, you've got 20% battery. I thought, should be fine for the flight. And then my iPad went, I'm turning it off now. So I retired that iPad, and then just used it upstairs. I keep itching my face in these vlogs. It's annoying me. It's just like a awkward kind of affectation that I have. Sorry, I'm trying to get the bottle open as well. Maybe I do one thing at once. Anyway, fidgeting. No, the iPad. Yeah. So I just used it next to the bed upstairs where it could remain plugged in. But I thought I kind of miss using the iPad for like when we're on holiday and stuff, when we do our catching up on vlogs and that. So I picked up a new one. What else did I buy? A new mouse for work, but I'll be claiming that one back on expenses because my mouse broke. That's 2 mice I've managed to break in the last 4 years. I'm not particularly rough with them either. Evidently I am. And then I bought some more of the the TP-Link Casa smart home plug things. So what I do is the living room lamps and the Christmas lights at Christmas I have on a smart plug. So I can plug it in and tell it, like schedule it to turn on and off. So every day it comes on and goes off at a certain time. So I bought a couple more just to use around the house. I'm thinking I may be doing like one on my desk for work. So at the end of the day, when I've, finished using it, it'll shut everything down. So it's not, nothing's on standby. So yeah, otherwise nothing really major. I do have a purchase that may come into the vlogs just as a curiosity, and it's not something that I would normally do, but I saw that like Temu was selling something of interest, and I don't normally buy from companies like that, but I thought I'd give it a whirl. So that might make it into a vlog at some point in the future, but that's all I'm going to mention, and if it does, then you'll know about it when it happens. Other than that, yeah, nothing huge amounts happened. What are we doing today? Well, we probably better get a crack on because I've been vlogging for quite a long time already. But I'm thinking again of doing kitchen because I didn't make it to the table last week. And I really want to get the cats out of the cat's room because literally they're only using it to go to the bathroom and eat food in. So I want to get the toilets down here so we can get them out and cleaned more often and easily and get their food somewhere nice. I'm also watching the cat in the garden. so that I can start moving into that back bedroom. And as you saw last week, if you watched, I bought paint for that room, so we can start thinking about that in the next few weeks. And then get in there. My intention is to get in there, and then when I get the chance, I'll add things like shelves, a better desk. I want to do a standing desk. I want to do a treadmill. You know, the ones you can get off on Amazon that are just flat pack treadmill, so I can just work and treadmill and standing desk at the same time and fall off and land on the floor on a Teams call. And yeah, I think that's about it for this weekend. We are going to the zoo tomorrow. I did mention last week we may not vlog. We may do. We'll see what the general vibe is, and if we do, we might just put some highlights in this, or it might make it into its own vlog. Let's see what we think of the fever tree. Not super sweet. It's more pleasant than Fentiman's. It has a similar amount of sugar to the new mix of Fentiman's, so there must be sweetener in here, I think. But that's the thing, I'm not against sweetener. Let's see, carbonated spring water, fructose, which is fruit sugar, yeah. Natural flavourings including caffeine, roasted barley, malt extract, acidic for allergies. It doesn't actually say sweetener in there, actually. But it isn't as sweet as standard Fentiman's, and it's better tasting than Fentiman's, modern Fentiman's. So yeah, it's alright. Anyway, yeah, what was I thinking? Right, our channel has never, and to date will never, do merchandise. Just because it's not big enough to worry about. But if you were in Florida, I still have some of them left, and you see us, let me know, and you may be able to get one of our little pin badges that I just made up. Do you remember, the long-time viewers of ours will remember I bought a 3D printer with the promise that I was going to use it to make pin badges, and then I never got around to doing it. Well, I finally made some this week. So I've only got about 12 of these because I'm not expecting a huge amount of people to say hello to us. But it's first come, first serve. If you see us in Florida, give us a shout and you can have one. Right though, Annie. The thing I did with it, for the 3D printing fans, you probably know this already, but I printed 5 layers of purple as a disc, and then on top of that, I then changed the colour to white and then printed that, so that's where you get the two-tone, because my printer only does one colour, so to do this I had to change the spool halfway through. So it's a bit of a faff, but I got a pretty good result out of it. So I might do another colour. I might have a look online, see if I can get a really funky colour to use. And that is the font that I used to use. I don't use it so much now, but you know, whenever it says in the bottom corner, in fact, actually, I still use it a lot for that. Like if I've made a mistake in the vlog, that's the font I use, which is, I think it's Fiala 1. We have 2 fonts on the channel that we use, and that's one of them. So there we go. The closest you'll get to merch on our channel. I'm quite happy with them. And they have a pin back on them as well. Just super glued on there, so it'll probably fall off in the heat. I'll just end up with a little bag full of purple discs with our names on them. I'll tell you what, if you go through security with them, they'll be like, "How? What about these? They've all got they've got like 12 badges with the names on. Is it just in case they get lost in the parks or something?" Maybe I should wear one in the parks. What do you think? Anyway, catch up with you in a bit. I should also say and confirm, if you do see us and you want one of those, they're free. I'm not going to charge for them. As long as I have some left, they're free. You know, we're starting to think about holiday time when we're buying ankle socks. And these bamboo boxes. I always buy these from Sock Shop. They're not the cheapest, but they're really comfortable. So them will go in the pile for packing. And I've also started prepping camera equipment. We might do a bit more of that today because I've been going through stuff, doing some tests, because this camera does 4K 30 and I was tempted to do the vlogs this year in 4K 30, but after about 20-30 minutes these cameras tend to overheat at that frame rate, so maybe we'll stick to 1080p in this trip. Look, here she is, little miss kitty cat. She's a bit freaked, well, she's not a bit freaked out, but anything new turns up in the house, she has to give it a double check. So, there we go. I have started tidying a little bit and sorting some things, throwing bits of an old chair out, making some room under the stairs for a small chest of drawers that we use for the cats' food and stuff like that, to start prepping this move around. At the very least, it might be a temporary move just to see if it works. And then the cats get a newly decorated room if it doesn't. So yeah, I do need to clean the table off though. That's one thing that needs to happen today. So I'm going to be doing that next. And see how we crack on, because the weather outside, I was going to go out and do some like just hanging around in the garden, because I still need to do those mats for the shed that I bought last week, but it absolutely started bucketing it down, so I decided not to. It was literally raining sideways. The poor Royal Mail woman delivering that parcel was hunkered into the doorway, apologising for being so close. I was like, it's fine, don't worry about it, because the rain was absolutely battering down on the door. There she goes, exploring the storage. We've actually managed to maintain this at a pretty decent level. We're still using it to store drinks and things. In this corner, they might actually get moved around. Maybe into the chest of drawers, or onto it at least. And I did have the beer I'm brewing just there, but I've just moved it out for now because that's going to end up in there. Procrastinating now because I don't want to do any tidying, but I have also started the great sort out for the Florida trip this year. I want to have all it done months before, so it's all in a pack and I can just pick it up and take it, or pick it up and pack it. So yeah, as previously mentioned, the ZV-1's there. I found the G7X. I haven't really used that since. There's a charger for the ZV-1 batteries, 2 GoPro batteries plus GoPro. One of these batteries at least is the battery that I lost last year, and at the last minute I had to put an order in to get a third GoPro battery. It's actually in there. Yeah, and that one turned up when I got back. There's one of the GoPro mounts that we have. It's a bit rusty, that one, actually. Well, that bit is anyway. That bit has been around since the 2015 trip, so I mean, it's not broken, so I ain't gonna fix it. I will be taking the chest mount for the GoPro this year because I want to try and do a bit of on-ride footage, plus this will be used for poor weather vlogging and Discovery Cove. Lost me thread then. There'll be no external microphones, we'll just use the dead cat on top of the ZV-1. And this thing, well yeah, I'm not going to be taking the G7X. I don't even know what state it's in actually. The G7X did as strong, but look at the state of it. This was a very well used camera. Look at this, the skinny muff on the top. It looks like it's looks a bit moth eaten, doesn't it? Yeah, great camera, good as a backup, but unfortunately it has outstayed its welcome as far as usability for us. It got what happens with the G7X now is with a lot of them, and I think Adam the Woo mentioned this with us the other day. You'd start to get specks on the framing, so when you're filming things you start to see dots. There is a way of resolving it, which I did talk about in the past. It's a bit of a sneaky and it doesn't always work, but some of it you can reduce by holding a vacuum cleaner to this when it's on. It's a really bad idea though. Don't do it unless you want to destroy your camera. So it's one of those, either you'll break the camera or you'll fix the camera trying. But yeah, I mean, ours got to the point where it was not just that was the problem. It was the image stability would sometimes stick, probably because it had dust in it from hoovering it. At zoom, you'd see that the image would just jerk really quickly. This one's still going strong though. I'm not the biggest fan of the ZV-1 though, I have to say. And the reason being, if I can demonstrate, if I turn it on, I press on now and it opens, and I press off, and then what I do then is I press on again. It's very slow and I don't like that. It always feels like it's lagging behind me. So yeah, these were quite nippy. This one not so. So I can see why the likes of Adam the Woo go back and buy another one of these, even though they're getting very difficult to get hold of now. The G7X Mark III, a few people had trouble with it focus tracking, so it would go out of focus. The focusing on that is actually fantastic, even compared to that one. The image stability is not as good though. But if you are fancying having a go at vlogging yourself and wondering what camera to buy at this time, I would use your phone, because most of the phones are as good as the bloody vlogging cameras now. The only thing that the ZV-1 I find is the audio's better because it has a proper big microphone on the top of it. The phone, I do all of our home vlogs most of the zoo vlogs. Anything we go into town is the phone. So what will probably happen on our trip this year is, just because it's so convenient to have your phone in your pocket, I'll vlog on the phone. And then the other thing as well is, this ZV-1, if I'm vlogging on this, maybe 40 minutes in, the battery's dead. With the phone, I get all day, well, not all day filming because that's just silly, but I don't really see a noticeable drain in battery compared to this, because these batteries are 1240 milliamp hours, and my phone's battery is 5000 milliamp hours, so it's like basically just having like 4 of these on the back of my phone just permanently, so when I'm filming it's perfect. Unfortunately, these cameras are always made for efficiency and like make them compact and small and tidy, and the battery's like seems like an afterthought. Someone needs to do a vlogging camera with a 5000 milliamp hour battery that just clamps onto the side of it, that is a bit heavy but works perfectly. Yeah, and this also needs a wider lens because this camera's lens is wider. See, this camera's lens is this, but the ZV-1's camera's lens is more like this. There we go, back to normal. Made some progress. Should be clear for another couple of days now. First step of cat's room tidy. This small and not particularly very good quality chest of drawers is now down here. I will be putting the beer on top of this for now, I think. And the drawers do still need a bit of a sort out. Anyway, back upstairs. Anyway, we are in the cat's room. Gemma's 21st birthday present from a friend of ours. The cat prints are going to have to go, I'm afraid. Picture L needs painting. I need to think about doing this floor again as well. This is just vinyl tile, and it was okay for the cat, but I'm thinking for me I might look at getting a proper laminate floor. And it obviously needs, this is where the cats eat, so they made a mess of it. So I'm going to steam clean it in a bit. And Gemma has this habit of opening up cat food and spraying the walls with it, so I'm going to clean that as well. It shouldn't take me 2 minutes. Unfortunately, when I peeled this off, there was a bit of trunk in here that was just up to the old camera we used to have. It left a lot of sticky residue behind, so that'll need cleaning as well. But yeah, it's all going to be, the walls are going to be tidied up, painted. Even if we don't move the cats out of here permanently. The door needs painting. I need to find a home for this scratcher because I want a shelving unit here with more Lego on it. I think once I get some furniture in here it won't be as echoey. I think that's the problem I've got at the minute. Well, I've been taking short runs at this. Cleaned all the cat noses off the window. And this is all cleaned up quite nicely actually. Still a few flecks and stuff, but the steam cleaner just cut straight through it. And the floor's looking much better as well. Can't really do much about that. I pulled it out and lined it all up and it just slowly slid back again. But I fixed that piece for now. We'll have a think about this. We don't need to make a decision today. These cat carriers need to go somewhere better as well. I can't have these up here. But to be honest, if we're freeing up some space in the back bedroom, we can temporarily go in there. Filled a few cracks in, just need sanding back. It's just where the plaster was done. There's a very, very thin hairline ones here, but the bigger ones I've just filled. And there was one here as well. Actually did that the other day. That's a mess. I'll need to sand all that back and try it again. Happy with how the window came out though. I've left all the cleaning stuff up there in the Hoover because I have a feeling I'm going to have to do a few passes at that just to get it right, because there's bits in the corners and stuff, and the cat litter in there. It'll just need a few more hoovers, and even just like moving those boxes, the cat scratcher and the cat carriers, little bits more of treats and bits of food that they've stored away come out of nowhere. So anyway, I'm gonna have a break for now because I'm shattered. Picking jam up, and yeah, we called into Cas Social for beer again. Dinner is served. We did make a slight logistical error by ordering from the wrong branch of the peri peri takeaway that we like.
I wasn't taking orders.
Yeah, it is slightly different orders. It's slightly different food, but it does look good and it smells amazing. So let's give it a try. I forgot to say, Gemma's home. It's tradition.
It is tradition.
it's Sunday morning. We kind of forgot to vlog last night, didn't we? Which, bearing in mind we aren't actually doing all that much vlogging this weekend, was pretty bad.
Yeah. We watched some YouTube and we watched, because Tangled Up and Fun put theirs out on Saturday, so we watched that. And then we watched Train to Busan.
That was a very good film.
Yeah.
So today, we're starting the day with croissants, because we're very cultured. And then we go to the zoo, aren't we?
Yeah.
And we have had the OK, so we'll be doing a bit of vlogging from the zoo as well. Yeah. The OK.
The OK.
And I might do some photography as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see you there.
Hopefully the weather helps.
Yeah, it's a bit dicey, isn't it? It's unusual for us to be in the zoo this early. It's actually just gone 10 AM and the zoo's just opened, so we're going to have a long one today, see how many steps we can get done. First stop today, a rare visit for us, is the monkey house. Nice little thing in here is they show all the different foods that the animals are eating. Typical breakfasts. And the feeding schedule behind. Typically it is summer, so a lot of the monkey species are out. The spider monkeys were fast asleep. The capuchins have gone out for the day. A couple of mandrills inside today as well. There is another one just over the back, hiding over there somewhere as well. Yeah, it came out to check out the one horn, so we should get Benny today. I think Asher and the youngster are off over the back maybe. He's just come out and had a big dump in front of us. Quick run through bats today as well. There's a nice pile of spiny mice in there, all sharing the same log. These Burberry striped grass mice, you can tell I read that off the site, are also doing their best to snuggle up. If you're coming in at the minute, make sure to come over to the staff member here, because they usually have torches that will show you that the torches are suitable for the bats, so they can show you this. So don't do this on your own, but they'll be able to show you one of the bats up close, and they really like to show the children the bats as well, so it's worth doing if you're with youngsters. Otherwise you're looking up, you can see one hanging from the light up there. You can see them hanging from the trees there, the moon's lighting them quite nicely in silhouette. This is usually a good spot to spot them, especially if you're filming or anything. If they hang from the trees here, you get decent view of some of the Rodriguez bats here. You'll really struggle to see the Cebus with cameras or anything, but they're generally in the tunnel just over there. Trust me, it's over there. First spot of the new young anteater here. Very, very sweet. And we got a spectacled bear here. Saw it bounding over the back of the enclosure a couple of minutes ago. Had some good luck with these of late. We don't normally see them too often, but been quite lucky to spot them a few times. And also being quite playful as well. Always entertaining when we have a warty pig on a planter. He's climbed up from down there. Look at the orangs, we've got Pulu here. I think he's inspecting his nose.
Hello, baby.
I'm gonna name that one.
Hello, honey.
Hello.
You have a nice day?
Had a lovely day. I'm shattered.
Yeah, walk your feet off, eh? Walk your little feet off.
Did the whole zoo.
We did. We kind of didn't do a huge amount of video, just cause, like, there's not going to be a full video, just because we were busy chatting and catching up, weren't we?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
It's another example of some of the nice people that we've met from doing the vlogs.
Yes. And they brought us gifts, which they really didn't need to.
Exactly.
They brought us some artwork,
Yeah.
which I've just put in the kitchen.
I'll show that in a bit.
But when we put it on the wall, we'll show it to you, because we've got some other stuff to go up as well that we haven't put up yet. We brought the cats some dreamies.
That's the cat's favourites.
Yeah, I know the cats are massive.
Cats are they will be massive after eating the Olden Dreamies.
They gave us these cute pins as well.
Yeah.
that they got free in Disney.
In 2006, I think they said.
Yeah, it says where my dream came true. Walt Disney World. They said they're just.
Can you show?
Just getting them together, isn't it?
Oh. Oh, those are good, aren't they?
Yeah, they're lovely.
The camera wants to focus on your face, not those. There we go. All done. Thank you, honey.
I hid. And then they brought us some fizzy fish.
Fizzy fish.
Like Swedish fish, isn't it? Some coffee. Some signature light roast coffee.
Okay. Want some coffee in the morning?
Mm. With notes of almond, chocolate and toffee.
Mm.
Nice.
Very nice.
Some chocolate. Triple cookie.
Oh, nice.
Belgian milk chocolate. Salted pecan brownie.
One for you.
Mine. This is one for you. Honeycomb pretzel. Actually, it's a bit of me and a bit of you, that, isn't it? Crunchy.
Well, I'll show. I don't
It
mind.
says crunchy and salty. And that says rich and that one says sweet and crumbly. So the triple cookie one is definitely a bit of you. That's you, isn't it? Cookies. And some beer. Some pizza's plum porter.
That was Simon, Yogscast Simon's favourite, that one.
That's it, it's a nice plum porter, I've had it before. Gosha.
Oh, that's a good one
It's one of
too.
your favourites, isn't it? Gosha. What's your pause there, sweetness? Oh, there's another packet of Dreamies as well.
Oh, lovely.
I'm getting spoiled, kitty cats. And broadside.
Broadside.
Oh, you had
Lovely.
that for a while, have you?
No,
You did used to get that one. Can't go wrong with that, Nams. It's nice stuff.
it is.
And it all came
In a
Disney
Disney bag.
It's a nice size bag, that,
Yeah.
actually. That should replace the other bag for when we're buying cans from Kaz.
Yeah.
It'll be perfect.
Smashing. So thank you very
Spoiled,
much for
aren't
those.
Spoiled.
Yeah. It was a really good day anyway.
With a good roast dinner at the Oak
Yeah, we
Field.
went to the oat field and
Didn't
that.
even take a picture of it. It came out and it looked so nice, and I just woofed it down. And I was like, oh, I didn't take a picture of my lunch.
I know, and it was really good, wasn't it?
It was a really good lunch today.
So for the rest of this evening, we're going to relax, watch some cats flipping out, and probably watch some YouTube and stuff.
Yeah. Surely something you should. We'll watch a film again like we did last night.
Yeah. We might catch up with you later. I think we got some beers to try, so we might have a beer.
Yeah, because we bought a few cans in Kaz last night, didn't we?
Yeah.
So.
We also picked up some new Chester Zoo pin badges. They have this shark. It doesn't actually say Chester Zoo on it, but that's for the shark show, the additional sort of thing that they're doing over the summer. And they've expanded the range of pin badges. That's the back of the pin badge for the General Zoo ones. We've got this bat one, which I don't think we've got. And we have a red panda. It's very cute. And we have a little cheetah, is it?
It looks like,
Or
yeah.
a jaguar, maybe? Spotty cat. Oh, jaguar, there it says on the back. Yeah, so that's cool. There are some more of these actually as well, which we might already have or we might not. So I took a photo, we'll double check, and I'll probably end up buying the others if we don't have them. And Gary and Claire also gifted us this print that they had made from a photograph they took on property at Disney World. Very cool, isn't it? So that is going to go... They actually gifted us this one here a couple of years back, but it's going to go up on our wall of holiday and other stuff. It's kind of expanded to beyond being just holiday also. There we go. Constantly moving these and leveling them up. And one other thing I need to do today is sort this beer out, because it has just finished brewing, so it's ready to go in the fridge to condition. So I'll just make some room in the fridge, then we'll pop the hop oil into here. And then we'll get it in the fridge, so it should be ready for us to drink next week. Our Big Dipper hop oil has gone in. I'm just going to leave it for a little while this time, because last time I took it straight out and some of the oil leaked back through this. I can hear it hissing, it's quite a lively beer. I might have to remove it. I also got tissue this time because last time it sprayed everywhere, didn't it? And now I guess we have the moment of truth. Was it a good pour or not? I meant a good brew, not a good pour, but look at that. That looks like a fantastic brew. We're getting all the trub coming out now. This is the stuff you can use to make your bread. It's hops and... that smells good. It smells like a proper nice pale ale. Anyway, I'm not going to make bread again because I just don't have any flour at the minute. But I will put the beer in the fridge and we'll catch up on this next weekend. I'll tell you what, I've brewed some beers in those pinters before now, and at that point the beers are always like, smells okay, not sure. That one smells amazing. I can't wait to try that next week. Smells like a proper nice fruity IPA, quite strong too. Anyway, I'm going to relax for a bit now. This evening's beer is Zapato, not nothing, which claims to be a cold IPA. I did just notice on the side it does say a hybrid hoppy lager. So yeah, 6.5%. Oof, picked a strong one. Let's give it a whirl, see what we think. Smells good. Nice hoppy, citrusy smell to it. I think I got a her then. Not from the can. That's actually, it's really nice. Yeah, there's a citrusy element to it. Hoppy. Nice mouthfeel to it. Tastes like beer. I quite like that. That's a good 3.75, I think, for me, that. It's Monday and I've finished work for the day. So I'm in the room peeling the cat footprints and most of the paint off the walls. Got my little helper here. He looked beautiful, sat in the sunshine. Handsome fella he is. Feels a bit sad undoing all Gemma's work with these footprints, but the walls need painting, so it has to be done, unfortunately. Some of them you can still see where the paint's faded. And I think to make it a bit warmer in here, as in warmer feeling, I'm going to get some carpet tile floor, because it's quite hard wearing, so it's perfect for an office. Nice and easy to fit as well. I've done it before. We used to have carpet tile in here, but the cats just shredded it. If the cats aren't using this as their room anymore, we can go back to it. So that'll be a job. It's also quite cheap to install as well. I think it'll look better and be a bit more comfortable and a bit less noisy than like a laminate flooring. Just a few more of these smaller ones to remove. I am almost tempted to buy one just to replace. So there's a little bit of a cat footprint that remains in here when we repaint it all. It looks like under the windowsill, unless I do some pretty liberal filling and sanding back, we're going to permanently have cat footprints. All done. Oh, hang on, all done apart from that one toe there that needs removing. Still got quite a ways to go before we can start painting the walls though, haven't we? Ceiling. I did put some bleach mould spray on that because I thought it was mould, but I think it's just guff. It's not been painted in years. The rest of the ceiling's not too bad actually. There's a dodgy bit up here and a dodgy bit in the other corner. Yeah, I think the walls need a good cleaning with some sugar soap or something. Sanding, filling. Look at the energy from this cat. He's flat out. He's been very sweet today, he's been very snuggly. And so is Pixie. Pixie's more fat out than flat out, aren't you, Missy? You need to go on a diet. It's all this here. You big softy. Get your toys put up so you can play, shall we? There we go. She can play with the toy. I'll help her do a little bit of exercise if she doesn't stop halfway through and wander off. She got it. It's dead. I can hear trouble coming because he's heard her playing with it. And this evening we made a few more of these badges. This is a new colour that I got, and it's half purple, half blue, so it's got a bit of a nice silky sheen to it. Not sure about them. They're also a pain to print with because they didn't stick to the bed, so we'll see. I was thinking of maybe doing some that are white background with colour on top, but I'll need to get more white PLA for that. Tuesday morning, I'm about 10 minutes before starting work, and look at this guy. Just the way he's lying when I came in, he's just looking at me. It's very funny. I was curious. This was a £40 Lego set when I bought it at RRP. Actually, seems like really good value that now. But yeah, 40 quid. Came in a box, I've still got the box. The box is kind of hidden away in that corner, so I can't show you properly. And this Lego set now sells for a lot more than £40. I just checked a couple of comps on eBay, completed sales. £100, £143. Didn't sell at 170, did sell at 155, did sell at 175, 166. So yeah, quite a collectible set now. So I kind of wondered, what if I go to a really dodgy website and buy a fake version and see if we can do a complete comparison? So I thought I'd bring this Lego set down and start building it. Lego set. I was expected to dunk on it hard. Actually, the piece quality is actually pretty good. It also does include a brick separator by that classic brick separator brand, BJL. Much like all other non-standard Legos, it doesn't actually have any logos on top of the bricks. And you can also see here, my camera is not focusing, but you've got these mould impressions here. You wouldn't normally get that on Lego. You do get it on some of the larger sort of single pieces, where the big flat plates. Sorry, I'm tongue-tied. But the quality of the bricks, I mean, if I was blindfolded, I don't feel like I'd be able to tell the difference between this and a Lego brick. This isn't me advising that you buy this, by the way. Personally, this is probably the only time I'm ever going to buy it, and it was just out of curiosity. The reason being, when I talked about like the Wall-E set that I bought being worth over £100 second hand to sell now, this is never going to be worth more than 17 quid. So there's no investment value in it. It's just and I can't quite, I can't like account for how safe these bricks are. If you give them to children, I think they pass through the same quality control that a Lego brick has. But what I am going to do is I'm going to build it and see how it builds, and then we'll catch up after that. I'm not going to time lapse this or anything. I'd rather time lapse a proper Lego set. As for the instructions, there's a bit of information in there, the kind of standard stuff you sometimes get in the Lego sets. You'll see those there equate to the official Lego set ones. They basically just ripped off the official Lego set and took all the Lego branding off it. They do have some instruction on using the brick separator there, and there's the brick separator instructions in the standard official Lego instructions. I do have this instruction book upstairs. But one thing they don't do, this is quite interesting actually, jumping straight into this build here, the steps are all entirely different. So we're starting at a completely different points in the build. So it looks like they've changed the build process somewhat. And look at how many bricks you're putting on in each stage, whereas in an actual Lego set, it breaks it down very, very simply. The process it takes it through in very simple steps. I find it very odd that they went through and redid all the instructions to match their style. I'm going to be fair here as well. Something I like about their instructions here is, did you see here, everything's grey but the pieces that you're actually placing. But when you actually look at a Lego set's instructions, sometimes you can't actually find out what bricks you've put in there. Now, in more recent sets, they actually outline them in red. But I quite like that solution where they change the colours of everything to sort of a pale colour, and then all the bits that you're actually adding remain in the colour of the bricks that you're placing. So yeah, I mean, I guess there is score 1 for the fake Lego set. Anyway, let's build it up and see how it comes together. Alright, now I see where the money's been cut. The way the bricks actually fit together is awful and mushy. The quality on a Lego bricks when you're building them is like far and away above the quality of putting these together. I mean, it'll hold together just fine. The clutch is fine on it, but they don't feel nice to build with. I mean, you might not mind that, but if I'm building Lego, I want to build Lego, and I want to build it and know it's like good quality stuff. And the hits just keep on coming. A badly moulded brick. So yeah, realistically now I'm on stage 2, and really I can't continue with the build because this is a damaged brick. I'll put it to one side. I have a lot of spare Lego, so I could probably go and fish one out. But with a Lego set now, I would be on the website and I would be ordering a replacement brick, and it would come within a couple of weeks because it comes from Billund, I think. The pylon continues because the instructions are tiny pictures compared to a proper Lego set. I've made mistakes just because it's not very clear. Now, I spotted where it was, and I was like, "Oh, that doesn't add up right." If this is your first time you've ever built Lego, you could be carrying on 3 or 4 steps along and then find out that you've done it all wrong and have to destroy it all. So that badly moulded brick, I've actually popped it in here because the fact that there's a bad mould on it is not really going to matter too much because I'll hide it with this brick. I do respect that they actually bothered to use the printed bricks as well. Lego printed their bricks for this set as well. They do sometimes use stickers, and I imagine this company would do the same in that case. And I'm done. That's the Lego one. This is the fake one. They're identical, aren't they? There is one difference. Well, apart from that having a damaged brick, as in badly moulded, and that having a damaged brick, as in some Lego bricks do crack with age when they're squoze together, like some of them are in this. That plant is a lot better quality than that plant. That's very, very cheap plastic. Otherwise, to be honest, that little stud is there. I don't know why that stud's there. I must have found it on the floor and put it on there. That's the only thing I can tell them apart at the minute, on the dust. Would I recommend buying it? Not really. The reason being, the instructions were terrible. I mean, you can actually just use the Lego instructions. So I guess if you really, really want this set and you're not willing to pay for the official Lego set, you just want the build and you want it as a display piece, maybe, I guess you could buy it. I wouldn't give it to children though, because I can't really vouch for the quality or it's not, obviously it's, for all I know, it's not passed any health and safety tests as far as the plastics or anything like that. Lego's obviously very, very stringent with the Lego, with the safety and stuff like that, and the build quality as well. I can see situations where they've been missing bricks on this because there was just enough bricks to build the model, with exception of that one piece there that I can't find out where I've missed it. I have a feeling I've missed that somewhere in this, but I don't know. I've had a double and triple checked and I can't find it. These ones with all these tiny little pieces, like this dude here and these, you always get a few spare ones in because Lego know that because they measure things by weight, that these sometimes slip through the cracks and you get them missing. That's a £40 set. That's a £17 set. I would pay £40 for that over the 17 for that. Personally speaking, this is my opinion. I would rather spend £17 on actual Lego than buy that. I definitely wouldn't spend £100 on that though, which is what you'd have to pay for it for now. Which is the reason ultimately why I bought this set, is because you can't buy it new. Lego don't make it anymore. Lego aren't losing any money from me buying that one because I already have it anyway. But there we go. It was just something I was curious about, and now I know, and I probably won't be buying any more of these because this was only 17 quid, but they do fake versions of modulars and Star Wars sets, and they go up to run to the hundreds. Can you imagine spending £100 on a Lego set and there's bricks missing? I wouldn't be too happy about that if I couldn't then contact the proper Lego company and order those missing bricks, which you can do with these. Gemma did just point out that when I built this original set, I put his neck on backwards.
I think it looks better that way though.
That way?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's backwards, I don't know.
He looks more robotic the other way.
I would expect that one to be backwards because the instructions on that were so bad that I had to guess at a few spots. Yeah. I'm way behind today. It's Thursday. I've not edited this vlog yet. So I've got some catching up to do to get it out for tomorrow. We'll see what happens there. Might be late. You'll know about it at the time this goes live. Anyway, yeah, really good weekend. Had a fantastic zoo trip on Sunday. Really enjoyed that. Walked the whole zoo, which we don't often do. And just had a really good time catching up with friends. Really enjoyed that. Walked the whole zoo, which we don't often do. And just had a really good time catching up with friends. Really enjoyed that. Walked the whole zoo, which we don't often do. And just had a really good time catching up with friends. Really enjoyed that. Walked the whole zoo, which we don't often do. And just had a really good time catching up with friends. and building shoddy Lego as well. People are going to be like, yeah, but it was only 17 quid. But I'd rather have the real thing. Oh, one thing I did do, let's just jump up. I didn't show you this on vlog because I did it last night and I would have made a mess. The first coat of the ceiling is done. Just need to do that corner a little bit more, and there's stripy bits over there, so I'm going to come around and give it a second coat. It's not dried particularly well, to be honest. But to be honest, that's the first time I've painted this ceiling since we've been in the house, and that was 16 years ago we moved in, so 16? Something like that. Might actually be 17 years. So yeah, there we go. Activities were completed. I'm going to carry on with that, just doing a little bit each day, not doing tons or everything. Just little bits, chipping away at it, and then hopefully within a week or two I'll be off this desk and I'll be in there. Anyway, I'm on my lunch break, so I need to get back to work. So thank you for watching this week, and we'll catch up next weekend. We're still not sure what we're doing next weekend. Think maybe a trip into town, something like that. I don't know. But you'll find out when we do. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.